to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. Now, one question I get on this channel over and over and over and over and over again is what's in my close-up case. I did a video about 3 years ago about what's in my close-up case, and I literally broke it down. Now, I've mentioned on this channel recently, or a few times, I actually have about 7 or 8 close-up cases, and I don't know what's in any of them, and I take it to a gig, and I just randomly do stuff, and I pick things out of the close-up case that I'm planning on doing. And a lot of people have said, show us your close-up cases. So what I thought I'd do over the next few weeks, every so often, I'll grab a close-up case and I'll show you what's in it, right? But that's literally, now I'm not saying this is the best method, but I have quite a range of material and I don't like to do the same stuff over and over again. In fact, one pitch that I have to my clients is, you're gonna book me, you're gonna see something different. So, you know, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it, but I do like to make sure that I'm constantly using different material. Now, one thing that I will say is a lot of the time when I take a close-up case, I'll have something else that I take with me as well. If I'm working on a new routine, which is going to be coming out in a year or two, that will be in the close-up case because obviously I'll be working that in as well. And I'd normally add that before I go to the gig. But I've got like 5 or 6 close-up cases, 6 or 7 close-up cases. And when I get enough new material, I have another close-up case and I just randomly pick them up. Now, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to see in here. Not everything I will jam into my pockets. I will just go to the gig, and depending on what the gig is when I get there, I'll pick the material out that to suit me best. Like, so for example, sometimes if I go to a gig and it's mix and mingle, I'd choose a different range of material than if I was doing close-up. Table magic, banquets, formal close-up. There's a lot of different things. The type of people at the event, the type of event it is, that will all dictate what I actually put in my pockets. But I've got Michael on the camera. Are you ready, Michael? Michael, are we ready? Should we do it? Should we do it? It's a bit of a chunky thing, isn't it?
It is. It looks very overfull.
It is overfull. It is overfull. I love these Alakazam cases. I've got Alakazam and TCC. They're the 2 best ones. What's in the case? This is very exciting. This is where you find out there's nothing but Peter egging tricks. That's my material. It's Peter egging. That's all I do. I just do Peter egging material. So what's in the case? What's in the case? Right. Okay. So let's take it bit by bit. So first of all, what's in the case? So in this particular case, the first thing I've got is Cupcake 2.0. I reviewed that recently. Do you remember? Yeah. We're doing a video on this soon. I'm going to do a hows and whys with this. This is so fun. This is for Cupcake 2.0. I love this. So you get, it's a chop cup, and you get these lovely little monkey balls with it as well. The chop cup is perfect. And although I always have chop with me as well, in every case there's a chop pen, in every case. I also like using this chop cup as well. I love all types of chop cups. But this has also got a slot in the bottom, if you saw the review, so that you can do coin routines with it as well. It's brilliant. This is the little bag it goes in, Bacon Magic. It's really good. And I bet, sitting next to it, no, that's not that. We'll come back to that in a minute. I will have some $half in here as well. And the reason I'll have some $half in here as well, because I do a lot of coin routines with this. Now, a slot box, if you don't know, there's a slot at the bottom of the box. So I can put 4 coins in there, tip them out, and 3 come out. Now, I point that out because I also have a Capsize 2.0 by Seth Race. Now, I did the tutorial for that. Capsize 2.0, obviously, what you have here is it's basically it's a bottle cap slot box. And I put a ton of routines on the Capsize project. I was the one that hosted it, thanks to Seth asking me to be involved in it. And if you've got some 10 pences and a bottle cap, this is great. Now, this is the sort of thing that I'd take if I was doing mix and mingle. Because I can tip these into the spectators' hands, and you know, it's smaller coins. It's not so much for a formal close-up show or for banquet or anything, but for mix and mingle, this is great. So basically, you've got the same thing here twice. This is in a sense sort of the same thing. Now, one of my favourite decks that I produced. This is in here. I typically this will come out when I'm doing Magic for Kids, but a lot of the time I'll you know, if I wouldn't do this in a corporate. I know a lot of people do. My friend Thomas Maloney does this in corporates all the time. But this is more for weddings, family shows, things like that. And I always have it set up so the ambulances are at the back. I tend not to use it as a Sengali deck. My main routine, which is the main routine on the project, involves using this as a force and then using these to do a series of routines. And then you go into the sort of the baby gag style prediction. If you've got mind blocks, you know what I'm talking about. I will say, in my wallet, in my main wallet, my wallet is on my desk. That's my everyday wallet. It's also my wallet when I'm actually at a gig. In there, I have ED Seat. That's on my desk at the moment, so we're not going to go and get that. But I have ED Seat. I have Credit Swipe. I have the prediction for Blockology, and I have an Extreme Burn. Do I have anything else in there? No, I think that's it. Oh, and it's also a card to wallet. So my Orphic wallet is the prediction for this, Extreme Burn, ED Seat, and Credit Swipe is in there as well. So that's my everyday carry. That's in my wallet. So that's there. It's on my desk. So I'm not going to show you that. But all of that stuff would be in there, and that goes with me to every gig. Here's the coins. I told you the coins would be here. So in this purse, we've got $4 half, as you can see, and there's a shell on that one. These are the coins that I tend to, these are Walking Liberties. These are the coins that I tend to use with Cupcake, because they're perfect coins. So you put 4 coins in, 3 coins are going to tip out. Look for my Hows and Whys with the Cupcake coming soon. I've got some amazing routines for this. But I always have this and this. If Cupcake is in my close-up case, then this is in it. I've got 3 Cupcakes because I love it so much. So I have more than one in different close-up cases. But that's what those coins are for. Obviously, I can use the coins with the shell for lots of other routines. Check out Absolute Madness, for example, where there's lots of routines that involve this exact setup. This is Petty Cash, which is my routine that I put out about 3 years ago with Alakazam. It's like a bank night. If I'm going to be doing... I try to adapt the magic to the audience that I go up to. So if somebody turns around to me and goes, I'm really into Darren Brown, I'll do more mental magic, but with a comedy slant. And this is a great opener if I'm doing that sort of thing. This is brilliant. It's kind of a bank night style thing where I've predicted the outcome. It's great, and it's just 3 envelopes, so it takes up literally no space. This is a new addition. I love this holding pattern. We reviewed this recently, didn't we, Michael? Yeah. I showed you this. This is great. This is just one card. I've got like 4 cards in here. It's all the same card. I've got 4 of them in there. I can throw it into any deck. I love this. This is a brilliant reveal by Elvo Stockman and Penguin Magic. This is one of my favourite things that Elvo Stockman has ever done. Basically, if you don't know what it is, 3 people pick cards, and you get this lovely reveal. If you haven't seen the review show, check that out. So first of all, you find the Queen. The Queen ends up holding the Jack, and the Jack ends up holding the 4. I love that. I absolutely love that. I use that a lot. And the reason I've got so many in there is sometimes I even give it away as a souvenir. Next, we have... Oh, I can't tell you what this is. This is my prototype. We've got so much better. So this is a trick called Ape. And here's an exclusive for you. The cards were designed by Phil Smith. And it's coming out through Trick Trick Boom. I'm going to be working with Trick Trick Boom. Hopefully it's going to be coming out in August. And this is the prototype I've been using for the last year. Trick Trick Boom have sourced these beautiful leather wallets that are just amazing. And I'm still using the crappy little plastic thing that I put the prototype in. But this is amazing. This is such a fun packet trick. So this is coming out. This is called Ape. It's coming out with Trick Trick Boom. This is like... so commercial. This is so amazing. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. And when I showed it Noel and Roddy, they were like, we really want to bring that out. I wasn't planning on bringing that with anyone. I just had it designed for my own use. And I've been using it for quite a long time as just an opener. And Roddy really improved the handling of it as well. It's amazing. So look out for that. Trick Trick Boom 8 coming out soon. Right. Okay. This is a trick that's coming out with Penguin Magic that I'm going to be filming in a few months. Can't show you this. This is the prototype. So they've made the actual cards for me, which they're going to be sending over soon. But this is a really cool kind of prediction thing. Imagine this. There's an envelope in here. There's 5 cards. You take the 5 cards out. They name any card. The cards have got things written on them. And you say, look, name any card. And when you do, let's say they name the 2 of Hearts. You prove that, you know, you turn the cards over and it says, the two of hearts. There's 4 cards in there and it says the two of hearts, and it works every single time. It is brilliant. I showed this to the Penguin guys probably about a year ago now, and they were like, whoa. And I've been using this crappy prototype just with blank cards with kind of marker pen, but it's going to be made up all really fancy. But that is coming out through Penguin. You probably won't see that till late 26, maybe 27. That's how far in advance we're working. I have 3 double backers. The reason I have 3 double backers is for back off. If you've got my book and you've got back off, you'll know what that is. But the 3 double backers are for back off, which is one of my favorite routines with a deck of cards. I have 4 rings. This is for the linking rings. I love the linking rings. I do just a classic standard linking rings routine. I don't do anything fancy. Well, actually, I'll tell you the version I do. I do the version on the Netrix. So that's my version of the linking rings. I absolutely love it. And linking rings gets a really great reaction with people. If you don't do linking rings, consider it. And a lot of people say, oh, you can't show that the rings haven't got a hole in it. It doesn't matter. If you do it properly, it's a mind boggler. It absolutely is. And I love carrying these around with me. They fit in the back pocket. They take up very little space. It's brilliant. Right, so I have a mini Sharpie. Why do I have a mini Sharpie? Well, again, if you've got my book, you'll see a routine in there called Sharp, which is a kind of a Sharpie shrinking and growing and shrinking and growing. And that's what that's for. It's for Sharp out of my book, Absolute Madness. So there's that. Right, what else we got? Okay, we're delving deep. How are you coping right now, mate? You coping well? You're doing okay. This here, so this purse, this has, I'm not going to show you the gimmick to this, obviously, but this has got Inkhole, which is one of my favorite tricks of all time. This is like about 300 quid. It's very expensive, but I absolutely love this trick. I performed, just search Inkhole Magic TV, Craig Petty. I did a performance video of it about 3 years ago, before you were even with the company, I think, Michael.
Yeah.
Basically, what happens is you take a coin, a dollar, you have it examined, you draw a circle on it with marker pen, with Sharpie, and then you show that the pen actually goes through the hole. And the hole becomes real, and then when you pull it out, they realise it's not real, and you do that over and over again, and everything's examinable. It's amazing. It's like proper eye candy. It's the best hole routine, and I'm counting quantum aperture in that as well. It's the best hole routine you will ever see. That's called Inkhole. If you want to see a video on that at some point in the future, let me know. Right, okay, so what do we have here? Well, here we have another little TCC purse. So these are these are dollars. So these are dollars basically. These are silver dollars, again with a shell, and there's a flipper in there as well. Everyone knows I love my coin work, so I've got 5 coins, a dollar, and a shell. There's a million different things you can do with that on the Netrix, in my book, so on and so forth. I'm doing a big project with Alakazam that's going to be coming out later this year on the Z Fold wallet. And some of these routines are in the Netrix because everything goes on the Netrix before it goes anywhere else. There's a sneak peek. And I've got a couple of Z Fold wallets here. Now this one might even be a standalone product in its own right, but it uses a Z Fold wallet, and it's basically you bring out. I lectured on this at Darlington at the Midsummer Madness, and everybody loved it. I don't think I did it in a lecture, but I did it afterwards. It is a way of giving someone a prediction envelope. So you give somebody this prediction envelope from the very beginning. They have a free choice of any card, and any one of the 52 cards, and despite what card they think of, you have proven that the prediction matches 100%. This is bloody brilliant. Okay, I have another Z Fold wallet. I wouldn't carry more than one Z Fold wallet, but I will go back and forth and change them. Now this is going on the next upload of the Netrix. The next upload of the Netrix is later this week, isn't it? In fact, by the time you watch this video, it's probably been uploaded.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably been uploaded. This routine is called Misdirection Transpo, and it's on the Netrix, and it is I'm telling you right now, this is the best card to wallet routine you will ever see. I guarantee it. Look on the Netrix, Misdirection Transpo, the best card to wallet routine you'll ever see. I did this at a couple of lectures recently, and everybody was coming over to me and saying, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. This is freaking cool. So, Misdirection Transpo. One more wallet. This is going up on the Netrix as well. It might already be there. This is my version of McDonald's Aces, but it doesn't use double-faced cards. And it's very, very different, because what happens is you bring these cards out and you show that you've got 4 kings and you've got 9 blank cards that are genuinely blank on both sides, they can be examined. And you put the king of spades back inside the wallet. They hold onto the wallet, and then what happens? These kings vanish with the blank cards. But when I say they vanish, it's not like a normal ace assembly. 3 blank cards go on top of each king, and then visually the king just disappears, and you're left with 3 blank cards. It's really, really, really good. And at the end, everything's examinable as well, which is cool. Unlike the normal McDonald's aces, and I keep everything self-contained inside that Z-Fold wallet. So I wouldn't use all 3, but they're used at different times. I'll sometimes go back to them a case. If I'm doing close, mix and mingle, and then later on I'm doing a table magic, I'll change everything around. Right, here's a tip. This is one of the greatest tricks of all time. This is called the missing think. Have you ever seen this, Michael? This is called the missing think. I was it's not mine, obviously. I think it's Dan Holland's. But I was going to do a project on this because I've got about 100 routines with this, and you don't see anyone doing it anymore. I might do a hows and whys. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a how and why of this. This is so simple. Let me just show you. So I've got all of these different cards, Michael. Yeah, and you can see they've all got different playing cards on them. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is think of a card. Have you got one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take these one at a time. And what I want you to do is tell me if it's on your card or not. If it's on there, if your card's on there or not. If it is, I'll put it over there. If it's not, I'll hold on to it. Okay. Is your card there?
No.
No. Okay. Is your card there?
Yes.
Okay, we'll put that over there. Is your card there?
No.
No. Okay. Is your card there?
No.
No. Okay. Is your card there?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Is your card there?
No.
No. Okay. We're doing well. Is your card there?
Yes.
Yes. And finally, is your card there?
No.
No. Okay. Now, this is not a binary system thing. This is not a adding up 2, 4. This is not a binary system thing. But I can immediately tell you your card's the 2 of spades.
Yeah.
And there's no setup or anything to this. It's brilliant. And I've got a ton of work on this. So if you guys would like to see a hows and whys of the missing think, let me know, because I've got a ton of work on it. But this takes up no pocket space. Obviously, I just rushed it to camera. I've got reasons for doing the separation thing. But there you go. That's missing think. Right. So this is a box. I love Boston box routines and stuff. This is actually a Nonbox. Have you ever seen the Nonbox before? I think we did it on a video once. Yeah. So the Nonbox is the best coin box ever. I use it with $half. I've got 5 $half in here for a bunch of different routines. It is in essence an Aikido box, right? But you've got this little bit here that's Teflon coated, which turns it into a Boston box. But I can have that taken off at any point that I want to. So I can actually take the box, I can have the box examined, they can look at the box, I can have this bit here, they can examine the box, and then I can turn it into a Boston box or into an Aikido box in mid-routine at any point that I want to. This is great. Again, I've got a ton of routine. Maybe we'll do a hows and whys on the Nonbox at some point. I don't even know if they're available anymore, but the Nonbox is a brilliant. Because you've got a Boston box and an Aikido box in one. So you can switch between them without actually doing a switch of boxes. Brilliant. Anyway, I have a Rubiks Cube in here. This is Henry Harrius RD Cube, RD regular. I don't have any Cube 52s in here, but I do have a cube. I always have a cube with me. Now, I'm obsessed with jumbo coin routines, which is why I have 3 of them. This is for Sharp and for Thud. This is my big hefty mofo, because if you're going to produce a jumbo coin, produce a jumbo coin. And this is a triple split coin built into a jumbo coin. So a lot of the time when I'm doing big tables, I'll do jumbo coin manipulation either at the beginning or at the end to grab their attention. And this allows me to produce 3 coins. This is amazing. N2G tutorial, crap. Trick, brilliant. What else? So we have a little Bic lighter, and we have a big Bic lighter, and we have a blue Bic lighter as well. Now the blue Bic lighter and the red Bic lighter is designed for a routine that I do that I haven't published, that's never been seen anywhere, and probably won't be for a long, long while, if at all. But I also have this by Chris James, Bic Chip, which is amazing. If you haven't got Bic Chip, just get it. It's by Jack Magic. It's freaking phenomenal. Right, okay, so that's that. I also have a couple of, I have some ball bearings in here. That's for the stuff out of my book. I do a lot of stuff with ball bearings, as you know. This is for third and for ball bearings across. I've got a ton of ball bearing material. So I have that. I have a big one in here somewhere as well. I've got 2 sponge balls, because if there's kids in the audience, I'm always going to have a sponge ball with me. That is not going to be for a corporate gig. And I will have in here somewhere, I bet, yes. This is red. I did a Hows and Whys of red once. This is the syringe from red. This is the best sponge ball thing you can get. I love this. I also have this. So I have keys. The keys. So I've got this little little man here that I keep Keymaster on. And this was given to me by Eric Tate, and he had it engraved, and it says on it, "Fuck pig." So, you know, that was a gift from Eric Tate. So it's engraved with "Fuck pig," which is wonderful. Why not? And then you also have here, this is the trick that, this is one of my favourite tricks by Chris Congreve. This is Chipnosis by Chris Congreve and the Mind Hacker Tony Antonio. This is brilliant. Get it from Tony and Chris. This is awesome. But I have on here the original Keymaster, and I also have on here a key with a big hole. What's that for? Well, that's for a Karate Key style routine that has already been filmed for Penguin. It's part of the Keymaster range. There's quite a few things that are coming out in the Keymaster range at some point, and that one there, the Karate Key, is my favorite way to go into any key routine. I love that. It's just incredible. It's over in like a minute and a half, and it's walk around, it's mix and mingle, angles are great, easy to do, and it really blows people away. The ending is on the spectator's finger. It's brilliant. When you see the trailer for that, I can't wait to see Dalton do the trailer for that, because we had people screaming and running away with keys on their finger. It was amazing. Anybody who knows me will know that I always do stuff with purse frames. You're never going to see me without a purse frame. There's a lot in here, isn't there, mate?
There is.
There's a lot in here. There's a lot in here. I'm still not done. I'm still not done. Michael's like, please be done, please be done. So I have here 2 credit cards. This is for a trick that I'm doing with Murphy's. These are the prototypes of the 2 credit cards. I also have a bunch of Sharpie markers. This is Chop, and these are the gimmicks for Spectrum Sharpie. So I've got all the Spectrum Sharpies in there as well. And I also have in here a $10 bill. I don't know why that's there. And I have all of the stuff for Big Blind. So if you guys know Big Blind, I have all the stuff for Big Blind. That's in that section back there. I really don't know why there's a $10 bill in there. I think it's from when I last went to the States. I don't think it's part of the trip. Don't even know. Okay, so we've got some cards here. We'll quickly go through the cards. This is a full Magic Button deck, because I do Magic Button a hell of a lot. So this is a full refill deck for Magic Button, as well as all the gimmicks. This is superimposed, which is one of my favourite tricks I ever brought out through Penguin, where the cards end up being superimposed like that. That is superimposed. Both of those are Penguin, superimposed, and Magic Button, both in Penguin Magic. Magic Button won Card Trick of the Year at Penguin Magic 2025. So it's brilliant, really good. Double blank deck. I always have a double blank deck with me, mainly for Point Blank by Greg Wilson, but there's a bunch of blank card routines that I do. If you guys are aware of my career, many years ago I brought out a DVD called Blank, and one day maybe that'll see the light of day as a future release, you don't know. This is the bit that's going to trigger everybody, so please, if you're easily offended, look away, because this is going to piss you off. I know when I bring this out, everyone's going to be annoyed. This is the moment when you start putting on your keyboard, Craig Petty is a twat, we hate him, we want him to die, and his son's a cunt as well. I know they are. It's an atomic deck. Fuck you all. Okay, that goes with me to every single gig. I don't go anywhere without an atomic deck. This is instrumental. I love this. You remember me showing you instrumental with the codes on it for Spotify. This is so good. This is David Jonathan, Nicholas Mavras. Top 10 trick of the year this year, as far as I'm concerned. This is a regular blue deck set up with a nightmare card. If you've got my second Alakazam Card Magic Academy, I did a bunch of routines with the nightmare card. I keep a nightmare card in this blue deck. for that very reason. That's on Alakazam. This is a regular deck, and this is a Savant deck. No hype. I'm not going to tell you about that. It's a Savant deck. It's the new thing by me and Lloyd Barnes. I'm not going to hype it. I get in trouble when I hype something.
It's just some cards.
Just a few cards.
Just some cards.
There's a couple of card tricks. There's a couple of card tricks. That's all it is. Then I have a couple of spare silver dollars, because why not? I have, okay, this is everything that I need for Magic Button. Oh, Button. And I combine Button with Magic Button. This is a new trick that's coming out this summer by Chris James and Jao Miranda. And I was lucky enough to be kind of the face. How I could be the face of anything, I don't know. But I did all the performances and the tutorial and the trailer and everything. But it's Chris's genius idea. This is amazing. This is probably going to be trick of the year. I'm calling it right now. This is brilliant. This is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But it comes with a remote control. Of course it does. It's Jao Miranda. And it comes with a charging cable. And I use it all of the time. Like, constantly. Like, it's my favorite closer. When they asked me to be on the tutorial and I started putting routines together, I think I put 45 routines together for this. This is so good. This is so good. Trick of the year right now. I use this all of the time. I want to get another 6 of them. I want to put one in every case. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. It's a lie detector. It's a card to impossible. Okay, this is brilliant. I can't tell you much more about this. Brilliant. This is one of my favourite card revelations ever. Let's say I've forced Michael the 7 of Diamonds, and I bring out the Tic Tacs and I go, watch the psychic Tic Tacs concentrate on the card. Look at that. I love that. It's cheesy, it's simple, but I do love that revelation. I really do. Michael will be glad that we're nearing the end. In here, this is what's in my magic sack. Well, this is all of the gimmicks for Nightshade. Nightshade right there. This is the Nightshade coin set that goes with me to every single gig. And this is Apparition, also goes with me to every single gig. This is a ring and string. This is a velvet cord. I got this from John Allen. Great velvet cord, perfect velvet cord for ring and string. And if you're going to do ring and string, you need a Grum nest of wallets. I can't remember what it called this, but this is brilliant. It's by Grum. It's a nest of wallets. See, I'm not adding to the leather wars. I've got something in here by Tony Antonio, and I've got something in here by Ari Phillips. You know, we can all be forever friends and not have to have leather wars. I also have in here this, which is the new Ringflight that I reviewed recently. I love this. I can't remember the name of it, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's by Gentleman's Magic, and I wish I could remember the name of it because it's awesome. But this is one of the best ring flights. This is the best ring flight. Sorry, Dave Bonsall. I love Ringflight Revolution. This is better. Okay, telling you right now. This is one we reviewed very, very recently on the Craig and Ryan Review Show. I love this. This is a very old gimmick. It's by the Magic Apple. It's a very, very old gimmick, and it's been brought bang up to date with a wonderful routine. I can't remember the creator's name, unfortunately, but this is amazing. There's so much you can do with this. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's really good.
It looks so
really
good.
visual.
Really good. I love that. I love that. Copper, silver, brass. My routine, I put on the net tricks. Copper, silver, brass. Love copper, silver, brass. And then I've left the final thing till last. Okay, look, I'll tell you something. I don't know Wayne Fox very well. We are acquaintances. Like, if we see each other at a convention, we'll shake each other's hands and say hi. I don't ring Wayne up and have conversations with him. We never go for a coffee. When we're at the Magic Circle, we don't even chat to each other very often. I have a respect for him as a creator. I have a respect for him as a performer. And the reason I tell you this is because this is a completely unsolicited. He doesn't even know that I'm making this statement. He probably will never see this. But I'm going to tell you right now that this last thing, there's nothing else in there. I'm done. Oh, other than this, sorry. How can I forget another Seth Race trick? That is for Flip Palm. Just saying. So this is Neat and Tidy 2.0. which is some rubber bands that change into a rubber band ball. And it is literally some rubber bands on a pull that change into a rubber band ball. And this is brilliant. I do a lot of rubber band magic. I have rubber bands in my wallet as well, and I wrap a couple around my wrist. I don't have loads of them like I used to. I only have a couple now. But this is how I end my rubber band routine, or how I begin my rubber band routine an awful lot. This takes up almost no pocket space. I use this as the final load for a chop cup. Even if it's this one, I can just knock it out the bottom, so this plays double duty. This is brilliant. Now, I tell you this because, you know, there's a reviewer on YouTube that didn't like this and didn't like it to the point that he said it was a rip-off, and said that he actually put it in this thing called the bag of shite, and he took Neat and Tidy and he put it in the bag of shite, and he said it's offensive and it's the worst trick in the world. And look, every reviewer is entitled to his opinion, or her opinion. I've trashed tricks in the past. Just recently on the latest review show that I did with Ryman, we talked about a couple of tricks that we really didn't like. Back in the day, we used to smash things up. We don't anymore. You know, I've learnt my lesson. I've grown up a little bit. But having said that, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I think that, you know, the points that were made on that review are just, you know, I don't agree with them at all. I think that this is one of my favourite tricks that I think Wayne Fox has ever brought out. I think Wayne Fox is an amazing creator, and I think he knows what makes a commercial product. And this is brilliant. And for people that were in the comments to that review saying, oh, it's just some rubber bands on a pull, it's not a new method. Yes, it is. The pull, right. There's not a problem using a pull. People use the pull for various different things. There's not a problem, absolutely not a problem, using a pull. You can't turn around and say there's nothing new here because pulls have been used before. Nobody has put some elastic bands on a pull and turned them into this before. That's never happened. So this is new. This is, you know, this is just such an amazing effect. When I bring out some rubber bands and I roll them into a ball and they turn into a ball, this gets an incredible reaction. It always gets an incredible reaction. And it works. Pulls have been around for years. They work really well. I can't think of a better way to do this. Wayne had the genius idea of creating a routine where you've got a bunch of loose rubber bands and you roll them up into a ball. And that is a great idea. And the fact that he came up with this method, this is probably, well, no, not probably, this is definitely the best method for this trick. I can't think of a better method. And to put it in the bag of shite or whatever it is it's called, I think that's really harsh on a trick that I take in my close-up case, and I do at every single close-up gig. And you know, there was a remark made that Wayne doesn't know how to work and is insulting his audiences or whatever. I work more than pretty much any magician in this country, definitely more than the person who reviewed this. And I perform this very high-end corporate gigs. The reason I'm doing this video now is I'm about to leave to do a gig. I'm about to go to London to do a close-up job, a big corporate event for a big agency. This is the stuff that I'm taking. This is what is going to that gig. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be performed about 10 or 15 times. So to say that it doesn't work or it's not impactful, I don't think that's fair. And to put it in a bag of shite, yeah, if you don't like it, that's absolutely fine. Say there's nothing original about this is just not true. To say that this is badly made is not true. To say this doesn't work and it's an embarrassment to watch is just not true. It looks incredible. I could show you an email right now with client feedback, because every client gets feedback forms sent through, and a feedback form came through and they were like, oh, we loved all of your performances. The thing with the elastic bands, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So it's subjective. Some people love something, some people hate something. One man's trash is another man's treasure. But to put a counter opinion out there, this is in my top 10 tricks of the year right now. I think this is absolutely brilliant. And something's only overpriced if you're not going to use it. And I'm using this at every single gig. It was worth the 50 quid or so that I paid on it. And I would definitely pay it again. If I lost this, well, I did. I've bought 3 of them because I don't want to. I had this like 15 years ago, lost it, and then Wayne didn't bring it back out. So he's bought it out with TCC. I've got 3 of these. I never want to be in a situation where I haven't got this trick on me. It's amazing. I love it. And as you know, that because I reviewed it recently with Rylan and we gave it a great review. Anyway, that is that. That is another close-up case video. Let me know if you want to see another one. I'm more than happy to do another one. I've got to pack this away now because I've got to leave for a gig, so everything's got to go back in the case. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You want to see another close-up magic video on close-up cases, let me know. I'll grab another case. Don't forget to join the Netrix, where you can learn a lot of this stuff and a lot of that stuff and a lot of that stuff and a lot of that stuff and some of that stuff and a bit of that stuff. You want to go to the Netrix to learn all of that. If you want to know what the greatest card to wallet is using a Z Fold wallet, Misdirection Transpo. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig and this is Magic TV.